What's Your Cruise Life on YouTube? Today I am going to be covering 2 weeks pre-cruise leading all the way up to embarkation day. So with that, there's a lot that can happen, or a lot that is happening in those 2 weeks. You gotta pack, you gotta test, you gotta make sure all of your documents are in order, all of that fun jazz. So you booked your cruise. You know where you're going, your flights are booked, your vacation is in 14 days. How exciting is that? So, 2 weeks. At midnight, those 2 weeks out, so you're leaving on a Saturday. In this example, we're using Saturday, because Saturday, Sunday, that's usually when cruises leave. We'll stick with Saturday. Midnight, Saturday morning, 14 days prior, 2 weeks prior. So it'll be the Friday, midnight, Friday night, midnight, Saturday morning. That check-in is open. So you're gonna get on. If you are Platinum Diamond, check-in is a few days earlier, but for all the rest of the standard guests, which I'm assuming if you're here, you're new to cruising or fairly new to cruising, you are not Platinum or Diamond, so you're gonna check in 14 days early. Or not early, but before your cruise. And you're gonna get on, you're gonna fill out a health questionnaire, you're gonna put in, I think it's some passport information, a credit card for your cruise account. For Carnival, they call that a sign-in sale or sale on sign. It is the account that is linked to your card. Your card is your room key and how you spend money on the ship. There's no cash on a cruise ship unless you are tipping directly. So everything is going to be ran through that card. You can link a credit or debit card to it. I definitely recommend a credit card because debit cards, they put like a $200 hold and you have to wait for that hold to come off. Credit cards are way easier. I myself use a Carnival credit card. Then we earn twice the points on our Carnival card for all of our Carnival purchases. You can put cash, you can use gift cards. With cash and gift cards, if it's under a certain amount, I believe if it's under $10, they will donate it to St. Jude's, which is not a big deal. I think that is awesome. They do a lot for St. Jude's. If it is more than $10, they will either ship you a gift card with the remaining amount, or they will send you a check, I believe, for cash. I've never done cash, but I believe they do send a check after your cruise, after you get off the ship. So with that, you've checked in. You've selected if you want a king size bed or 2 twin beds, if you're doing early, late, or your time dining. You filled out all of the questionnaires within the check-in process, and now what? What do you do? So typically, or I shouldn't say typically, a new process is they are now doing what they call Verify. It is an app which you can download. You load in your booking information, so it pulls up your cruise, and you load things like your vaccine card in there for, you can do yourself, you can do all of your passengers or people that are going with you. And so like for me, I did my husband and me all on the Verify app. I loaded our vaccine cards, so that way those are pre-checked. Those vaccine cards are checked when we get there. No one needs to look at them typically. And then when you do your COVID testing, you will load your COVID test results into that. And then you're gonna get this little barcode, QR code box that'll pop up. That's like your passport kind of thing. And all they're gonna do is they're gonna see that you have that on your phone. They're going to check your boarding pass when you go to get on the ship. And then they don't need to waste the time looking at your COVID test results, looking at your COVID vaccine report or vaccine cards. And all of that's already done. Those are manually checked by someone on the back end of the app. I don't know. I'm not the one checking them. I just know that Verify made everything smooth, so I would get that started as soon as you can. So once you have your check-in done, you have Verify loaded in, now you can start printing documents. There's a document on your booking where you're gonna have your boarding pass, you're gonna have all the purchases that you might have made through your cruise line, your schedule, your itinerary, all of that kind of stuff. I print everything. I'm crazy. I like to have copies of everything in my hand because technology fails and businesses suck. There's really no good way of saying that. So I like to have proof in my hand of all of my documents. So I ran real quick and got my folder. This is the folder I take on all of my cruises. It is just a 5-star. It's not the paper ones that can, or cardboardy ones that are kind of flimsy. It's like the plastic. And all of my documents are in here. So, everything I could need from the cruise line, or that comes as part of my cruise line bundle, is all right here. Itineraries, my charges, everything that I need. Luggage tags will come out printed there. And all of my order information for things like Cheers or the internet packages. All of that is listed here. I have everything here just in case. Your boarding passes will also be part of that package. This is what your boarding pass will look like. This is mine from the Elation in March. And what they'll do is this little stamp and check mark is what they do when they check your Verify or your COVID vaccination card and COVID test. I bring those too. I have printouts of my test results and I have my COVID card or COVID vaccination card in my passport book. So you'll take this, and this is what you are going to use for the little while when you first get on the ship until rooms are ready. Rooms are ready right around 1:30, but everything is going to be in that package on their website. Take it. And you may never need it, but it is one of those situations that it's better to need it and have it than not have it and need it. So you're also going to want to start thinking about, if you are driving to port, where are you going to park your car? If you are flying to port, do you have a hotel? Are you flying in a day before? Do you have transportation to the cruise ship? What are your plans for that? And all of those things. I'm crazy. I call myself crazy a lot because my friends know that I am crazy. And I have everything planned out months in advance. I book cruises usually 2 years out. March was the exception. I think I booked that one like 40 or 50 days out. So I was trying to take like a year and a half worth of planning into 30 days, and I was a little frazzled. But you will want to think about all of those things. Make sure you have everything booked. Make sure everything is ready to go. You need to pack. You need to pack for your cruise. I am a notorious overpacker, so when you see any packing videos, or if I go over things that I like to pack, you will see that there is essentially 2 changes of clothes for each day. There is day clothes and night clothes. I take 10,000 bathing suits, because you never know. I take extra outfits. Do I wear them all? No. Is it nice to know that if I want to change my clothes, I can? Yeah. Because you never know what you're going to get into in port. You also don't know how sweaty you're going to get in port. So it never hurts to have extras, but I am a notorious overpacker, so if you don't want to overpack, don't follow my packing videos. So you've got everything figured out. You're coming up to the week of your cruise. Now you're just getting ready to go. What now is expected of you before you get to the cruise port? So there are 2 options. You either have your 2 shots and you are more than 6 months out from your second shot, or you have your 2 shots and you're within your 6 months, or you've had 2 shots and a booster within your 6 months time frame. So if you just have 2 shots, you're outside of 6 months from your second shot, you are still technically fully vaccinated, but you are going to, as of June 22nd, 2022, please keep in mind these change on the regular, and I will try to keep you guys updated as more information comes in. But as of right now, the test would be 2 days prior. So your cruise leaves Saturday. You can test Thursday, you can test Friday. I would be testing Thursday because I'm usually flying out Friday morning. I like to get into port at least a day early, especially with the craziness going on right now. Flights are getting canceled left and right. If you are boosted or you are within 6 months of your last shot, you can test 3 days prior. So you can test Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm testing Wednesday because if, God forbid, I test positive and I want a second test, or if I'm doing an at-home test and it malfunctions for whatever reason, I have all day Thursday to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. So, only 2 shots outside of 6 months, You're testing 2 days prior. The site's gonna say 48 hours. It is not to the hour, it is to the day. Your cruise leaves Saturday, you can test Thursday, Friday. If you have your booster or you're within your 6 months, you're testing 3 days out or 72 hours, so that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That is a big thing. You need to make sure you have your test on the proper day. I am going to want to test as soon as possible. Again, I'm crazy and I like to have everything planned out and figured out and know that when I board that plane Friday morning, I'm good to go. Once you get your test results back, you're going to load those into Verifly. If you're choosing to use Verifly, I would. That's just me. I also would recommend there's tests on the Carnival site or links to tests to do the home tests if that's what you're choosing. You need to have a document stating that you are negative for COVID antigen, a Canadian antigen, or a PCR test, rapid test or PCR. And you need to have your proper name, your date of birth, and who is doing it. So this gets loaded into your Verifly app if that's what you're doing. If you're not, you're going to take your test results. You can have them on your phone. Again, print it out. It's easier. What happens if your phone's dead by the time you get to the cruise terminal? Something happens to your phone, whatever. At least you have your printout. Or I've run into instances in Port Canaveral, for example, where once you're into the terminal where they're checking the documents, you're not having cell service, so it is very hard to pull up test results for that kind of stuff. So you've loaded your test results, they've been approved through Verifly, you've done your tests, you've done all of that stuff. Now what? What do you do now? You go to your cruise port. So whether you are flying, driving, train, plane, automobile, however you are getting to your cruise port, you're gonna go. And however you are, so if you're going the day before, you have your hotel, you have your transportation set up. When you did your check-in, you chose a check-in time. So I think the earliest you can start to get on the ship is like 10:30. And then the latest, I believe, is a half hour before the ship is leaving. Most ships leave about 4. So I think the latest check-in is like 3:30. I want to be on that ship as soon as possible. Because as soon as I'm on that ship, technically as soon as I'm off the day before or the day that I'm leaving, I'm on vacation. But the party starts the second you get on board. So who doesn't want to get on board as soon as possible, especially if you're already in town? For me, we're in town the day before. So it is so much easier for me to just check out from my hotel, 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever time we're heading to the cruise port, head to the cruise port, get on the ship. Once you get to the terminal, what's going to happen is you're going to have your documents checked, either through Verifly or manually. So you need your vaccine card, your passport and or birth certificate, photo ID, and your test results. And they're going to check all of that. They're going to make sure all of your information is loaded into the system and take any pictures that they might need for your sign-in sale card or anything like that. You're going to do all that. You're going to go through security. Security is going to scan your carry-on bag. Hold up, back up. When you get to the cruise port, you will then take any of your big luggage, stuff that can't fit through like an airport scanner. You will give that to a porter to take to the ship. They will get your luggage to the ship because you will have your luggage tags on the ship, and they are on the big luggage. Let me see if I can find my luggage tag. You will then have that stuff delivered to your room, and all you will need out at that point is your boarding pass. And then you're going to wait for your boarding group or boarding zone to be called. Once you've gone through security and all of that, you've handed your bags to the porters, you're now through security and you're just in like a waiting zone, essentially, a big waiting room. There's chairs for people to sit in if you're Platinum Diamond Faster to the Fun example, or a suite guest. There'll be a separate area for you to hang out in because you have priority embarkation. This is your boarding zone or boarding group. They call these out. They go like A1, A2, A3, A4. It varies depending on the size of the ship as to how many groups, obviously, because there may not be as many people. And like our arrival appointment time was 11 to 11:30. We got right on the ship. I don't think we were in that waiting area 20 minutes. Not even, maybe 15. So once you get on board, the big thing that you want to do is find your muster station. You're on the ship. Yay, you're on vacation. There'll be employees everywhere where you can say, where is muster station F? For this ship, this was the Elation. Muster station F was on Lido deck, just down from the Red Frog pub, or rum bar, Red Frog rum bar. So right now, and for the foreseeable future, they are running what they call Muster 2.0. So Muster 2.0 is a way better muster than previous pre-COVID muster drills. Pre-COVID muster drills, you would go to your muster station. For example, that muster station was out on Lido deck in the dead sun. And you would stand there and wait for everybody who is assigned to your muster station to show up. And then they would do their speeches and they would show you how to put your life vest on. Now, you go as soon as you get on the ship. You can go whenever. I say do it as soon as you get on the ship because then you can party and you can have fun and you don't have to worry about anything. They check you in, they do a quick demo of how to put your life jacket on, they send you on your way, and then on the Carnival Hub app, there'll be a video for you to watch, and you'll hear there'll be a little like sound clip to hear the horn go off. So you watch your video, you check into your muster station, muster is done. There's no interrupting the fun because the fun was always interrupted by muster drill at like 3 o'clock because we were getting ready to leave at 4. Had to be done before we could leave port as per the Coast Guard. Now you're not sitting around waiting for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to show up to muster. So get it done so they don't take it away from us. Do it as soon as you get on board. It's really quick, it's really easy, because I'd hate for them to take muster away from, or muster 2.0 away from us and make us go back to sitting for an hour waiting for everyone to show up. Once you have your muster done, your rooms will become available, usually 1:30 in the afternoon, unless they have prior notification going out to you because they got into port late or whatever. Your rooms will be available. Until your rooms are available, you'll use this as your room key, and then your room key will be outside of your room when you get there in your little mailbox or on top of the room number or something of that sort. So that is 2 weeks prior, leading all the way up to embarkation day. Once you are into your room, unpack, relax, enjoy, and have fun on your cruise. The stress is now done. You have done everything you need to do to make sure you are boarding that ship smoothly and make sure you are able to board the ship so you didn't forget your passport at home or your birth certificate or anything like that, and you get to the cruise port and then not be able to get on board. That is a horror of mine. So check everything out, make sure everything is good. If you guys have any questions about what I have gone over, please throw them into the comments. You want to have a conversation with me? Follow me on TikTok or follow me on Instagram. You will see all of our updates there and some day-to-day life, not a whole lot. It's a cruise page, so I'm not sharing a ton of my day-to-day life because, well, you guys probably are not interested in that. But if you have questions, let me know. Follow us over on the socials. They'll be linked down below. You guys have a wonderful day, and let's set sail together. Bye.